Hi, this is Todd Baker, your certified mortgage planner, and 2023 is upon us. And what we know is that all the experts, and we ourselves are experts, and we've been in this business long enough, know that there's a very good chance that we're going to see anywhere from a 15 to 25% decline in transactional volume this year. So you really got to think about what that means. What that means is that whatever you did last year in terms of transaction, which directly was obviously your gross revenue, your gross commission revenue, was based on that, could go down as much as 25% if you do the same thing you did last year. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to share with you 3 areas in the marketplace, and I'm going to next week start really bringing to the table the ideas I set for us in this video with content. But we're going to focus on first-time home buyers, we're going to focus on the move-up buyer, and we're going to focus on our database. So right now, let's go with the millennial buyers. Millennial buyers make up virtually all first-time home buyers. They're a huge generation. They're just starting to enter the marketplace. I know you guys probably heard all of that, but you've got to become cognizant of you have to connect with those buyers. And I'm going to be providing data on the things they like. They start their searches on the internet. They're more tech savvy. They enjoy texting. They also like authenticity, reviews, and a tech platform. I have all of that. I know you guys hopefully have all of that. And I connect really well with millennial buyers. So it's not a matter of closing them and selling them. It's a matter of doing 2 things: attracting them and then helping them past some of their imaginary fears of what it takes to buy a house. Okay, so what that looks like is a couple things. The primary one is we need to reach deep into your database, and we need to ask everyone you know. If you have, for your millennials, to ask for their friends, for for their parents and grandparents. We want their grandchildren, their children that are in that age group of really it's like 30 to 34 right now. 33 is the average age, but I'd say we still want to target around 30. And we want to put them into a home buying seminar. And I want to do it a little bit differently this year than we've done in the past. Like many of us have done these where we went to a location and we have 50 people sign up and 2 people actually show up. And we might get a deal out of it, but it doesn't feel like it's a success. And that's usually what happens with those things. I want to do this on a Zoom call so that we don't waste our time driving back and forth to a spot. And then we can record it, and that recording, we can then put this on scale. It can be shared out to your database for those who missed it. So we need to make a conscious effort there. I have some other ideas. I'll connect with you one-on-one about those other ideas about to connect with millennials. The second one is the move-up buyer. Two-thirds of all mortgages right now in the United States, it's actually 68%, or just about, if you round up, it's like 67 point something, have a mortgage with either a 2 or 3% interest rate. And then a lot of the rest of them have 4 and 5, right? So, but if 2/3 are that, and where rates are at today, the normal move-up buyer is sitting in place right now. And so I have the ability, as a certified mortgage planner, with the financial literacy and the presentation tools, to get them off the fence for you. And I'm going to be sharing that with you the next few weeks, what a move-up buy looks like. And we're going to focus on the cost and the net worth gain. And we want to give people what's called an alternative to close technique, meaning giving them options like, hey, you can rent your current house and this is how it would affect your net worth long-term, right? You could sell your current house. Here's how we gather the money out of that. Here's how we structure the loan, and then marry the house, date the rate, and I take you out, and this is how it affects your long term. And we start to show the long term. We can get people off the fence, because the truth of the matter is that all markets run in a cycle, and the cycle right now is higher rates, lower costs, opportunity for buyer. Right now, last month there was a historic level of money that sellers threw at buyers. And that's going to put prices down, because it's going to be reflective as we start to close more deals. Although I don't think they're going to drop as much as you would think, because the concessions are coming in from the seller's net and not off the purchase price, but they're giving huge dollar amounts. So that means that this is the opportunity for not only the millennial buyers, but for the people that needed to move up buy. We can get them into a contingent sale, for example, but we need to know how to speak to them. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. The last one is your database. And most of you think you're doing a good job in your database and you're not. And that's something that I'm also going to be reaching out with ideas on how to go deeper with your database, including like once a month, you need to take a deep dive where you literally have a call to action where you're asking for business. So for example, next week I'm putting together a video that I'm going to share with you guys, and it's going to be on solving the affordability hurdle for millennial buyers, right? And for first-time home buyers. And we're going to look at solving for cash to close. We're going to look at solving for payment, and we're going to look at net worth, and we're going to push it out there. And then what we eventually want to do is I want to not only send that out to my database to ask for referrals, but then I'm going to do a first-time webinar as well and focus on some key things that they're really going to want. And the idea is to gather webinars so that we can get them one-on-one. I can tell you that even though the millennials are tech savvy, they like the one-on-one once they make a decision. And like I said, I'm closing all my millennials, doing really good at it. We just need more of them. And that would make up for the 25% deficit. And that will help you even grow your business this year. And that's what I wanted to help you do. So let's connect, and I hope you have a great weekend.